All right, let's have a 10 minutes more. 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3. Hey drummers, how's it going? It's Alex once again, bringing you some more fun-free drumming ideas. For this week's lesson, we've got a fast flowing drum fill. We're going to utilise the herta. We're going to start it like one note later than we normally would, as opposed to starting it on beat 1. You can think of this drum fill as either 2 measures of 8th notes and 16th notes, or if you're playing more of a half-time groove, you can bust this out as 16th notes and 32nd notes. That have a big impact because you're going to have that sort of like half-time laid-back groove, and you just you can chuck it in there. Might not get away with it in a band context unless you play it perfectly, but still it might be a little bit too much. This is aimed at the intermediate level players, but if you're a beginner, don't shy away from this. It's actually very doable. When you break it down to its fundamentals, it's all just single strokes. You just got to learn the pattern, and when you've got a few systems to help you out, like we're going to explore today, then it should be a little bit easier. The only thing that's going to hold you back is the speed, but that comes just from practicing those single strokes, and we'll look at that a little bit as well. So if you like what you saw in the intro and you want to give this bad boy a crack, stick around and I'll break it down. Here we go. Right, so for simplicity's sake, we're going to be counting this out as we go through the sticking as 8th notes and 16ths. We're going to split the fill into 2. The first half is a tricky one because that includes the hertas, and then the second half is just going to be a straightforward hands, right, left, right, left, right, left. Swap it if you're left-handed. Just going between the snare and the high tom, and then we can bring in the floor tom as well if we want to. So what I'll do is I'll play the first half and I'll count it out. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now the little bits in the middle where I'm coming off the high tom to the snare, that's my herta, which is essentially going to be like, imagine 3 8th notes. I'm going to take the first one and split it into 2 16ths. Okay, instead of being, it becomes. If you're trying to learn this, or if it's the first time you've looked at this pattern, and we've looked at it a number of times on this channel because it's one of my favourite little licks, just think of the words really, fast, slow, and then play it off the high tom, really, and then fast, slow. Really fast, slow, really fast, slow. Okay, now if I count it again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and All right, we've completed the bar at that point. Sticking wise, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And you've got to think the words really fast, slow when you start coming off those that high tom. And you've got kind of like a little really at the end. So left, really fast, slow, really fast, slow, really. All right. Get used to that little pattern. If you want, don't worry about those 2 high toms at the end. Just see if you can get the first hit and then those 2 hertas. And then we're going to use these 2 little tom notes as kind of glue to stick on the second half. So if we now look at the second half, this is all just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, all the way through. If we're counting at 16th notes, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. All right, and essentially what we're going to do is we're going to play 6 notes on the snare drum, 2 on the high tom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. If we're counting it, 1 E and 2 E and. For beats 3 and 4, we're going to play 4 notes. Beat 3 will be 4 notes on the snare, 3 E and then as we go into beat 4, we got 4 E and. All right, some of the people I've been teaching, just to keep it between 2 drums, we've just been doing that same pattern as we did in beat 1 and 2. So we got. All right, but if you want to include your floor tom, play the first pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tom, tom, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can get around the kit. So if I'm counting out, measure 2, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and crash. If you want to keep it between those 2 drums, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and But to keep it simple, 6th and 2, that gives you your first 8. And then for the second half, you've got 4, and then 4 is going to be round the kit. So snare, high tom, floor tom, crash. Let's sort of put that together. And of course, whenever you're practicing going out of the fill, always stick on that crash on beat 1, just so you can get used to the first note of the next bar. So here we go again. Now, going back to the end of the first measure, where we sort of had those 2 little high toms right at the end, we're going to almost treat that as part of the second half. So we're going to play our big snare, our two really fast, slow, our hertas. Snare, really fast, slow, really fast, slow. Here's the glue. And then we're going to go straight at that high tom. Whatever speed we're playing the high tom, we're going to keep the same speed when we go for the second half. So we get... Let's speed her up a tiny bit more. Alright, a slightly similar version is just da 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 do do da 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 do do crash. Alright, again, coming off that high tom just towards the end of the first half. So we got snare, really fast, slow, really fast, slow, tom tom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tom tom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tom tom, crash. That sounds quite nice when you speed it up. Alternative version, we just take the last two beats and then work our way around in the kit and include those floor toms. Shush. Okay, so option 1 with the floor toms. Slightly easier option 2, just these two drums. This one's quite nice because if you've got a crash over here, you can finish on this crash and you're pretty much next to your hi-hat again. All right, so once we've practiced that fill in isolation, we're kind of like remembering the whole sequence. Stick it into a groove. So keep it nice and slow. We'll do 2 bars of groove, or 2 drum beat, or 2 rounds. Keep it nice and simple. Boom, snare, boom, boom, snare, and again, boom, snare, boom, boom, snare, then 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Same again. Let's do these 2. Okay, now in the intro you'll see me play like quite a slow groove and then go into it really, really fast. So you've got the option here to basically either play what we were just doing there, like 2 bars of groove, but the fill's not going to be fast until you speed up that drum beat. So you want to be playing a groove about here. Or we can play more of a half-time drum beat, and then in the time it takes to play, boom, bam, boom, boom, bam. So you can see how that works. I mean, we're playing the drum beat at this speed, and then trying to play the fill in the same amount of time it takes to play what I just played there, or we just slow the groove right down, get the more half-time feel, and then cram the whole fill into that amount of space. Alright, so they're your 2 options. Have some fun with this. Of course, you can arrange this how you like. It does sound quite nice if you start with the snare and the hi-hat together. Of course, you can do whatever you want with the second half of that fill, because at the end of the day, it's just like 1 bar, if you're counting 16ths, of just, well, 16th notes, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. You can move those hands any way you want. But we'll keep it fairly simple for now. If you just want to get the fill down, I would maybe just go for that second option where you're just playing between the snare drum and the high tom. Snare, tom, tom, snare, snare, tom, tom, snare, snare, tom, tom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tom, tom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tom, tom, boom, snare, and then you can come back in. All right. So that's all the teaching. I'll just pop up there now and demonstrate it at a few different speeds, and then I'll come say goodbye. All right, here we go. All right, so reasonably slow. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it as like a 1 bar, so it's now played as 16ths and 30 seconds. So we got. Let's now speed up the drum beat and play it as 2 and 2, so 2 bars of groove, 2 bars of fill. 1, 2, 3. Right, let's go half time with the groove, so 16th and 32nd notes, but let's start with the fill. Alright, let's up for 10 minutes more. 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3. Alright guys, so there it is. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that little like button. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and then, check out the other 400 odd videos we've got going on. The sheet music will be available at alexribchesterdrums.com. I'm actually filming another video now with a cool tom groove, so I might put a little clip of that at the end just to inspire you to go and check it out. But if you want the sheet music, just click on the link below. You can download that, print it off, do whatever you like with it. And just check out the website while you're there. You can sign up for £5 a month or £50 for the year, which gets you 2 months for free. And there's lots of content coming right now. So thanks again, take care, keep drumming, and I'll see you soon for some more fun, free drumming ideas. All right, see you later. Bye. Same thing, a little bit faster.